Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Dixon with a book for you today. I sure do miss you in Sunday school, and hopefully we can see each other soon. Today's book is entitled, Maybe God is Like That Too. It's written by Jennifer Grant and illustrated by Benjamin Shipper. You know, a lot of boys and girls have questions about God. It's hard to understand something you can't see or touch. But then maybe we can see him. Maybe we can see God's Spirit in others. Let's read our book. Maybe God is like that too. I live in the city where the sidewalks and the subway cars and buildings and buses are packed with people. But I've never seen God before. Grandma, does God live in the city? I asked one morning at breakfast. Yes, God is here, she says. You just need to know where to look. Whenever you see love and joy and peace, God is there, she says, stirring her tea. Whenever there's patience, kindness, and goodness, God is there too. And when you see faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, that's God's Spirit at work. On my way to school, I'm on the lookout. I see a bus full of tourists and count 10 bright yellow taxis. I spy a man sweeping the stoop, and Grandma and I laugh when we see a tiny dog wearing a fluffy purple sweater. At school, Grandma hands me my lunch and hugs me close before she says goodbye. That's what love looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. On the swings, I pump so hard I can see over the wall into the alley. My friends shout, "Higher, higher!" And as my feet fly way up into the sky, I think that's what joy looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. Outside, car horns blast and sirens scream. But inside my classroom, it's quiet and calm. That's what peace looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I try to tie my shoes, but the laces tangle around my fingers. My teacher sits down beside me and shows me how to tie them. That's what patience looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. On the way home, I see a doorman wearing a red cape and a hat with a shiny brim. He's holding the door for a man using a wheelchair. The man moves very slowly, and the doorman chats with him and smiles. That's what kindness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. While I'm sitting at the table for dinner, there's a knock at the door. It's our neighbor from downstairs, bringing us a loaf of bread. It's golden brown and warm and wrapped in a white towel. That's what goodness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. After dinner, I work on my homework while Grandma stands at the kitchen sink washing dishes and humming to herself. just like she does every single night. That's what faithfulness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. At bedtime, Grandma sits at the edge of my bed, singing me a lullaby and stroking my head. She tucks my blankets up close around me. That's what gentleness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I lie in bed, watching the curtains flutter. I want to talk about that dog we saw today and how high I can swing. But Grandma says that once I'm tucked in, I have to stay in bed until morning. I close my eyes and I try to fall asleep. That's what self-control looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I saw God over and over again today, wherever I saw love, joy, and peace, and wherever there was patience and kindness and goodness. When I saw faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, I saw God's Spirit at work. I don't see God the way I see my friends, or the street lights, or the river, but I see signs of God's Spirit all around me, right here in the city. I know what God is like. Maybe I can be like that too. From Galatians. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. The end. I hope you liked this book. I did. I want you to be on the lookout for God's Spirit that's all around you, in the people that you see, in your family. There's so much goodness in the world. Look out for it. That's God's Spirit.